Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing a very special $3 makeup product. You guys do not want to miss it, so stay tuned to see how I got this gorgeous eyeshadow look. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and like this video. Alrighty guys, and then the star for today's show is going to be these e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow truffles, which is such a cute little name. These were $3, guys. I am honestly shocked. They have so many of these shadows. They had, I don't know, I found them at Target and they had quite a bit of them online on Ulta.com. It's a little bit more hard to find them, but I noticed in stores they definitely have a little bit more options. I just went with two that I thought were pretty realistic that I would definitely use in my everyday, makeup routine. These are just very nude shades. I mean, they do have a couple shimmers in them. They have a nice black, sub matte shade, so I'm definitely excited to play with these. So here is what the inside of the palette named Cream and Sugar looks like. And then here is the palette named Truffles looks like. None of these are named, which is totally fine, so I'll just kind of point to them. So I think I'm going to start off with this just creamy shade just all over the lid here. I'm going to start this look by using the BMX 430 crease brush. I'm going to dip my brush in here and then tap off the extra. And then we're just going to place that right all over the lid here. Like I said, I have heard really good things about these eyeshadows, so I'm definitely excited. These would be perfect for like just throwing in your bag, like if you're just looking to touch up your eyeshadow throughout the day. If you're traveling, like I feel like it's just a super easy little compact. And then I'm going into the other palette named Truffles with this shade here. And then I'm just taking my Morphe E17 brush. So I'm just going to build this a little bit more directly in the crease, but still, you don't have to be as precise. It's still a light enough shade where you can definitely get away with it if it blows out the crease a little bit. So I just usually keep going back into the shadows until I definitely build it up to where I want to be. And then what's left on the brush, then I am just gonna blend it out this way. And then we'll go in with that other fluffy brush and then just make sure to buff out the edges with that cream shade once we're done here. These are blending out, honestly, like a dream. So far, so good. Sometimes with matte shadows, you can definitely have a harder time blending them out. And usually with browns, I feel like palettes pretty much know what they're doing for those shades, but these are honestly feeling like high-end quality shadows. Going in with that fluffy crease brush and dipping into that cream shade in the first palette. And then we're just going to make sure to clean up the edges right through here. I definitely feel like that's a nice transition shade for sure. So it's funny because I was like, what brown do I want next? And then I was looking at these two, and honestly, I think they're the exact same shades. I mean, maybe they're different, I don't know. Or if they just put a very common brown in both of these palettes here. But I'm just going to take one, and then we're just going to build that a little bit more on the outer edges here. I'm going to take my BMX 420 detail brush, and this one is super little, so you can make sure to get in those corners a lot easier without having the product get everywhere. Just gonna stamp that right here and build that color up. Doing small circles just to blend everything out, but very gently. I'm not going crazy. I'm not adding a lot of product at once. Taking that same Morphe brush that I did for that medium brown shade, and I'm picking up that same darker brown, and we're just going to make sure we super tap off that product because it is very pigmented, as you can see, and we're just going to blend that out, but just a little bit higher. And then whatever is left on the brush, we're just going to take it right into the inner of the crease here. So far, I really like how these are blending out. I have no patchiness on my eyes. Everything is blending out great. The color is beautiful. I feel like it's definitely already making my eyes pop naturally, with the color with the browns on brown. So I think that's really nice. I mean, obviously I have so many palettes that have these shades in here, but I mean, $3 is $3. I mean, you cannot beat that. Cream shade once again. We're just gonna buff out the edges. Guys, that's the key, is just making sure to pick up your other shades that you used in the beginning and just going back and blending out edges even further. So we're going to carve out the crease a little bit. So I am going to go in with just concealer. Any concealer will work. I am just going in with the e.l.f. $16 camo concealer, and I'm just taking that on the back of my hand here. Then I'm just taking a very small shader brush here. This is the Luxie 245 small shader brush. This brush is great for getting into the hollows of your eyes to give you an awesome cut crease. By doing a cut crease, it allows shimmer shades to stick on a lot easier. It gives it just a little bit more of a grip and more of like a wet base to stick onto. Only do one eye at a time because sometimes the concealer can dry down really fast. And I'm only taking it just about till I get to the outer third here, and I'm just going to pat out the extra with my finger here just so it blends. Going back into the Cream and Sugar palette, I'm going to take this shade here and then probably this one on the inner corner. Both look really pretty from what I can tell. I'm just taking my finger because I feel like, you know, with shimmer shades, your finger always works the best in my opinion. So I'm just placing that right on where the concealer is. And wow, that is gorgeous. And right where the shimmer meets the matte, we are going to go back and we're going to put a little bit more of that darker brown shade back where we were. So we're just going to be repeating the same steps, but you just want to really make sure to build on that shimmer shade first. All right, now that we have that built onto the eye, going back into that darker brown shade, and we're going in with that small detail brush. And here is where we're going to start blending in the shadows together. So just press it where those shadows meet and just really tap on it, and then do a little bit of circular motions on the outer edges here. And you can see that is nice and blended where this is just like a harsh line that just stops. I'm going back in with that medium brown shade, and I just need a little bit more of color in the crease now that I've sort of blended away a lot of that. Very lightly, I'm just dusting it right into the inner portions here. I'm going to highlight my brow bone and inner corner with this very light shade here. I take it with my Luxie 246 Precision Crease brush here. I love this brush for getting underneath the brow bone especially. I'm going to line the top of my lashes here with the black shade, and I'm just going to take my BMX 498 line brush, taking this really close to my lashes, nothing harsh, but just to give it a little bit of shadow really close to the lash line. I'm not really feeling any top eyeliner today. I feel like just with that black shade, that does me just fine. I'm going to put a little bit of eyeliner on the waterline there. So I am going to take my Laura Mercier Vanilla Kiss Caviar Stick Eye Color. This stuff is awesome. I have used it for years. I just like to use that when I need a little bit of brightness in the waterline here. For lash line, I'm just working exactly backwards how I did from the top. I am taking the black, then the dark brown, and then the medium brown, and then we're just going to build those shadows on there, and then we're going to take the other palette and then take a little cream. So I am just going to use the same liner brush here pretty much for this whole portion. I will take like a fluffy brush to blend everything together, but I do like to just take like a tighter lining brush for underneath the lash line here. I'm focusing that brown really on the outer portion here, just the same that I did up here. My small detail brush and grabbing this medium brown shade. So we're just gonna put all over underneath the eye here. Really blend it out, really smoke it out. Don't be afraid to go on the lower lash line. I promise, I know it's a little scary, but it ties the whole look together. I'm just taking that cream shade and really blending it on the bottom. And then I am just taking a little bit of that gold shade and putting it a little bit right into here to mimic the top. And I am taking my finger once again. Just a little bit, not a lot, because we didn't put down a concealer. You obviously can do that, but I just wanted a little bit of that shimmer shade on the bottom. I think I want the inner corners a little bit brighter, so I'm just going to spray my same brush that I used to highlight my brow and use it on my inner corners. I'm just going to take a little bit of setting spray it right on the brush, and then just place it on the inner corner. Yeah, that definitely helps brighten things up a little bit further. I am just going to pop on a little bit of mascara. A million times you have seen the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. So good. And then also you guys have seen me use the Essence Lash Princess. I have both of them, the green and the purple. Obviously both are amazing. For the price point for these two is so good. I mean, you could honestly get all three of these for under 10 bucks. I mean, literally these mascaras are $4, I believe, possibly $5 maximum, but they are so good. I don't understand, guys. I don't understand why I have always bought like super pricey makeup when in reality, like, drugstore makeup is just as amazing. Okay, so lashes are on. That just gave a little bit more fullness to the eye. I think this just is a nice, very natural look. I have to say that these shadows are incredible. I am very tempted to go buy the rest of them, which I probably will. These are blended out like a dream. No problems whatsoever. I would tell you guys honestly if they did not blend out very nicely, or you know what the deal was, but these are so good. So I just wanted to sit down and review these for you guys, since I'm sure you guys have probably seen them in the store and are wondering if they're good for the price point, and they definitely are. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any suggestions or want me to review anything, please let me know below in the comments. I will list everything that is on my face, lips, highlighter, everything else in the description box. So make sure to check that out if you guys are wondering. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.